Good people, I'm Dean Werter, welcoming you, the World Wide Web, to the 8th episode of BOOM+27, your online source of pop culture news and events that you actually want to know about. Seeing as we're already halfway through 2011 and armed with bright, new and shiny servers, sorry about the downtime, let's not waste any more time and get on with the highlights. We kick off with the graffiti exhibition, the Underground Exchange, then share a moment on the sofa with the Rhythms producer Indidginus, and also take a look at the International Reggae Day, which took place on the 1st of July. We've got coverage of the much anticipated relaunch of Zula Bar, or should that be Zula Super Club now, the p.h.fat worldwide success tour, and an interesting feature on Vivian Mayer, posthumous photographer of the moment, whose work is currently on show at the London Street Photography Festival. Finally, we bring you love through a cell phone lens, inform you of our latest competition, one for all you inner comic book graphic novel fans. The Underground Exchange UK is an art exhibition that kicked off on the 8th of July at the Fiction Club in Cape Town and runs for the rest of July. A collaboration between fiction and shelf life, this graffiti exhibition features the works of artists like She One, Ink Fetish and the legendary Banksy. Yes, Banksy. So obviously you can expect a bit more than what you would see on your average subway, but we were curious to find out how one would define graffiti as an art form. To help us answer the question, we turn to Gary Duplessis, the co-owner of Shelf Life, purveyor of fine street gear, and of course the organizer of this exhibition.
It can be everywhere and anywhere, and that's the great thing about graffiti art. Graffiti artists take that into their own hands and say, well, I'm not paying for this space, but this is my message. It's really up to each individual artist where they want to take themselves, where they want to take their name, and ultimately how they want the world to perceive them.
It's very difficult to put electronic artist Indidginus in any sort of genre, at least it is for anyone besides himself. Self-described as dubstep, dub dancehall, world fusion, electronica, dance, and oh yeah, rhythm. Indidginus took to the stage on the 9th of July at Mercury Live in Cape Town to launch his album Sofa Surfer. We caught a moment to discuss the venue, the performance, and his 13-year-old didgeridoo. And no, that's not a metaphor.
You see, like, there's this big silver tube. People either think it's a bong or they hear, wow, it's a didgeridoo. And people were coming up to me saying they really enjoyed it. And it's that they talk about. From my old days of trance and acid techno, many people told me it sounds very tribal. Tribal and beats and dance floor, they work, man.
Reggae music is reggae music, but it has been a catalyst and a vehicle for the message and expression of Rastafari culture and Rastafari liberty on a large scale.
July the 1st marked International Reggae Day, and because we like the reggae, we did a feature on the day and what it means. So if you missed out on the celebrations, check it out on onesmallseed.com. It's as good as being there.
I think at the same time, it's also just really universal music.
It's not particularly a Rasta thing or a non-Rasta thing, you know.
Even the best of me.
Zula Bar has been a rare permanent fixture on Long Street since 2005. Now in 2011, still on Long Street, but with bigger and better premises, Zula has been reborn into a super club. The relaunch took place over 2 days, on the 8th and 9th of July. We at BOOM+27 were there, and it certainly looked like the rest of Cape Town was too. Even with the massive space offered, the reopening was packed to capacity with over 1,500 amp music lovers swarming the bar and the two dance floors. We were able to fight our way through the mayhem and caught up with South African rock legends, the Springbok Nude Girls.
We are the Springbok Nude Girls, and we've had some success in the 90s. Yeah, we came out of the closet when Mandela came out of jail.
You know, in athletics, when you run long distance, you have a guy that runs in front, and he sets the pace. And he's supposed to fall out before the end. And we're that band, but we just never fell out.
When we get together, we've got a very unique kind of energy going, and it's actually amazing how quickly we put songs together. We just spent 4 days on the Isle of Wight, and we wrote 10 songs in 4 days. Actually, 10 songs in 3 days.
Well, it puts definitely puts bread on the table. So you make more money when you solo. You might suck more, but you make more money.
Your cupcake wrapped in vanilla crunch styles. The super dog homophobes floating in the sky, but I'm proper now. Having sex with aliens, debating why they are.
p.h.fat, however, are Notch, Mike and Disco, three maniacs armed with talent who took over the stages when they kicked off their worldwide success tour at Assembly on the 25th of June. We were able to lure them backstage with promise of tequilas long enough to have a chat with them about their tour.
We're going to Cape Town, which is where we are now. We're going to Pretoria. We're going to Johannesburg. We might be going to Durban if they'll let us there. We're going to Grahamstown. We're going to Plettenberg Bay. We're going to Jeffreys Bay.
It'll be a very successful thing for us as well, like everything else we do, really, now that I think about it. We're fucking successful, you know that.
Most of our stuff is all spontaneous, and then it's better. I don't believe you can go sit down and then turn on the creative switch and try do anything. Otherwise you just may as well just go work in an office.
Much in the same way Vincent van Gogh died before his work was really appreciated, so too is the story of the late Vivian Mayer, a photographer being featured at the London Street Photography Festival, which is running throughout July. Check the full story out on onesmallseed.com.
Politicians are so sure we are the youth and we are knocking on death's door. Never knew.
Featured on our One Small Seed network, Velocity is an anthology of graphic novellas from South African and Australian artists, featuring an epic mash of fantasy and science fiction. We've got a copy to give away signed by all the authors/artists from the Celluloid Film Festival, which was held at the Labia Theatre on the 6th of July. To win this awesome prize, simply become a member, if you aren't already, on onesmallseed.net. We bring you now Split Screen, a love story, which is exactly that, a love story told through a split screen. Winner of the grand prize at the Nokia Shorts 2011, it's no small wonder what can actually be achieved with a little bit of ingenuity. We're going to leave you with that for now. Thanks for watching. I'll check you beautiful people out next time with more features and exciting tales. Later.